Welcome to Humoranities with Sephora. Earlier this week, I snuck off with my teen daughter to get some bulgogi cheese fries. I don't know if this is a thing elsewhere, and I've only now clued in on the deliciousness that is a box of cheesy bulgogi fries, but the sweet meat atop perfectly crisp fries with a savory cheese sauce is about the best thing out there to eat when you and your daughter are both PMSing together. I savored not only the fries, but also the direct eye contact I had with my daughter. It didn't last long, of course. When I looked away to grab a napkin and turned back, I saw her scrolling on her phone. She said, "Ugh, cringe. That is so wrong. I wish they would just start dating. This is so annoying." I followed up with, "Well, what are you looking at?" She went on to tell me about two acquaintances at school, a guy and a girl, and how they post pics of themselves together, doing nothing inappropriate, mind you, just pictures of them hanging out together, doing whatever latest trend there is on social media. I asked her what was so cringe about these two, and she told me. Everyone is like, just admit you like each other because it's so annoying to watch you act like this. So, in this age of lots of things being staged, I asked her, why is that duo's relationship status something for everyone to be annoyed about? I had her stumped for a good minute. Well, if they like each other, they should just admit it and not make everyone look at them acting this way. I naturally followed up with, whether or not they are dating, how are they making everyone look at them? Can't you just not look at them and keep scrolling? No, Mom, it doesn't work that way. They act like this in school too. Given that I have one, never really been part of any dating scene, two, have spent the last decade and a half mostly working from home, and three, currently live in my middle aged mom bubble sometimes, all I could relate this school aged duo scenario to was what I remember seeing on entertainment magazine covers or reading about in memoirs. Annoying mom or devil's advocate, I'm not quite sure which one I was, mind you, but I went ahead and asked my teenage voyeur of a potential relationship some questions. Why is it your business what their status is? Maybe what's obvious to everyone is truly not obvious to them. Maybe they've told each other that they like the other person and they're dating after all. Maybe they don't want to declare their status because they don't want what they're experiencing to end. Maybe they see how people like each other, officially start dating, and then it ends in a week, and they don't want a similar fate. Maybe they know that if they declare they are dating, it's like setting themselves up for everyone who knows them or doesn't know them for that matter, to get involved somehow and pass unnecessary judgments. Maybe taking photos is one thing, and maybe nothing is happening at all. Whatever is between them, don't they get to decide what it is, and aren't they entitled to their privacy? Just remember, lots of people also don't choose to publicize a friendship or a relationship, and that's okay too. Mom, you're overthinking this. Well, if I wasn't overthinking this, I wouldn't be me. So I kept going. Maybe you're jealous. Do you like the guy? No, Mom, I don't like him. Maybe you're not jealous, but sense an unfairness somehow, like others get to be this way, and you don't have anyone to be that way with. Then I realized I was being a little too much and even a bit harsh, so I took a step back. I presented something both of us are familiar with. I pulled from celebrity culture because celebrities are easy to observe and also easy to pretend to understand. Look at stars who share their relationships with people, maybe through social media or other promotional opportunities. Many of those relationships or marriages don't turn out to be what we thought they were, and often they don't last. And when they do end, for years thereafter, the media and public still hold strong associations among former pairs. Sometimes keeping their names in the news is of benefit to them. Sometimes I'm sure it's frustrating and sad for them to be reminded of a relationship that didn't work out. We just don't know. Then there are celebrity cultures in other countries where celebrities keep their relationships secret and hidden from the public because fans have strong emotional attachments and experience a true sense of loss if a celebrity is paired with another person. A celebrity's unavailability, so to speak, can hurt their careers or even their ability to promote brands. Again, we can never really know what's happening in other people's lives, regardless of what we do or do not see. then the conversation took a turn I hadn't expected. Mom, I'm not jealous. It's more like I know what I want is not like the things I see. It sounds cheesy, but sometimes I just want to get married and have kids. I heard the same sentiments from my adult friends before and remember feeling this way when I was younger, and even now sometimes. When we get frustrated by what we see, sometimes we want to just fast forward through all the messy stuff and get to a clean and blissful resolution. But we can't do that most of the time. So I did my best to give her some practical advice. So I said, well, it's wonderful you want to have a family, but being married and having kids is hard work. You're young and your life should be about learning more about yourself. I know it sounds weird for me to say this, but flirting is better than dating. Dating is more relaxed than a relationship, and a relationship you can exit respectfully if it isn't working. But marriage is a big deal. And kids, well, kids have moods, and moods are the worst. She laughed. From movies to your own life, I think you've already come to know that the buildup with someone you're interested in is more fun and exciting than most of what comes thereafter. So for now, why don't you just enjoy catching a glimpse of or being around someone you might have a crush on and not think too much beyond that? Sure, Mom, that's a great idea. That's what I already do. Right. Well, so how about when you see two people have a crush on each other, instead of being annoyed by what you see, you ship them instead? Hope they get together. Mom, I can't believe you just tried to explain ship to me. No one says that anymore. And Mom, it's hard to take you too seriously while you have cheese dripping from your chin. Thank you for listening to Humoranities. Enjoying the podcast? Please take a moment to rate it. And for more musings, visit humoranities.com and be sure to follow on all social media platforms.